Hello and thank you for your purchase. To use this product, you will need to have Adobe Photoshop installed as well as the fonts that are linked in the zip file. Once you have the necessary files installed and the contents of the zip file on your computer, you are ready to begin. All of the files included and the layers contained within them are carefully named to make using them as easy as possible. Let's start with the main profile page. Firstly, you'll need to decide whether or not you'd like your mockup to be in light or dark mode. For example purposes, I'm going to be using the dark mode, and to make sure that we cover everything, I will be using the file that has highlights. As previously mentioned, all layers have been named to help you navigate your way through easily. First, let's change the username at the top of the profile. For this, all you need to do is select the text tool by clicking on the icon on the left or pressing T on your keyboard. Next, click on the text to make it editable, write your username, and press the tick to close it. The same process works for the number of posts, follower count, following count, display name, and description. In fact, all text. I'll tell you how to change the profile picture shortly. All of the custom images are changed in the same way, so I'll just finish with the other parts first. Next up, we have the mid-row buttons. For this, you have 3 variations. To view this, simply go to the Layers panel and click the arrow next to the mid-row buttons layer to reveal the variations. Option 1 is shown as default. Click the eye to hide it and enable the eye on the Option 2 layer to reveal a second variation, and again with the Option 3 layer. Next, we're going to be looking at highlights. If you're using the template without them, please continue to watch as this applies to all images. Much like the previous text, highlight titles can be changed by choosing the text tool, clicking on the word you'd like to change, typing in your new text, and saving it by pressing the tick. There are actually 3 ways to change a highlight thumbnail. Firstly, you can expand the highlights layer, expand the highlight layer that you wish to change, and double-click the icon. This will open up a linked Photoshop file that will hold your photo. You can then place your photo in, click File, Save, and return to the original file. The second method is much like the first, but it's a little cheat to get to the relevant layer quicker. Instead of expanding the layer, simply press Ctrl if you're on Windows, or Command if you're on Mac, and click the highlight thumbnail of choice. This should take you directly to the layer you need, then continue with the previous steps. The final method is for you to navigate the folders outside of Photoshop, find the relevant Photoshop file, opening that, and continuing with the previous steps. All methods work the same, just remember to save and close. If for some reason the image doesn't update, all you need to do is right-click the layer and click Update All Modified Content. This will update that image and any others that also may not have updated. The same method is also used for the main photo grid, profile photo, and viewer profile photo in the footer. All you need to do is open the relevant Photoshop file, insert your art, save the file, and return back to the main file. It's also worth noting that if you open the opposite color Photoshop file, the images will also show up there. For example, if you open up the light version, the changes will also be reflected there. And that is the main profile page completed. The post templates and story templates included in this product work much the same as the front page. You simply edit the text with the text tool and edit the images in the same way as previously mentioned. So there you have it. You should now be able to fully edit these Instagram mockups. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to comment on the product page and someone will get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you once again for your purchase and we hope you enjoy the product.